Hello, I'm Jen. Welcome to my channel, TacomaTraveler. It's been quite a while since I headed out on any more than just a very casual short trip, and I'm headed out now for a few nights, and pretty excited about it. It feels really good just to be on the road, and that's a good thing that I was in the mood for a long, good road trip, because I am going the farthest I've ever gone for camping. I'm driving over 8 hours, about 8.5 hours today, and I've got a little over 4 hours under my belt, so more or less halfway. Happy to be on the road. Just me, my thoughts, my podcast. It's a good day. So why am I going so far, you might ask, right? So there is a friend of mine, a friend from the channel. I never met him in real life, but we're going to. Who has a place down in North Carolina, and he is considering or potentially working on, he has some campsites on his property, areas that are suitable for completely off-grid camping for small rigs, and he's thinking about potentially, starting to open that up on a very limited basis to some folks to be able to come and camp on his property, and he's invited me down. So I am really very, very excited, not only to meet him, but to see his property. Okay, this man, Dale, you'll meet him. He has horses, he's got a donkey, chickens, turkeys, dogs, cats, I think a pig. I mean, he's got it all. So I'm excited about that. And I think it's going to be a really good time. I'm not going to be able to stay there more than but for a couple days, and then I've got to head back, but I think it's going to be a good time. Alright, so that's what's happening on this trip. Now I'm going to talk for a few minutes just about what's been going on with me, give you a little update. If you're not interested in this part, if you just want to see the camping, just go ahead and fast forward past this. Because I'm just going to talk for a few minutes to let everybody know what's been going on. I've kind of been out of the loop. I haven't been posting much because there's been a lot going on. Okay, so first of all, probably know, unless you're brand new around here, in May, I turned 50. Took a big, beautiful, wonderful, excellent trip that just was amazing for me. I had a fantastic camping trip. And I came back from that, and I think I said during that trip at one time, each trail you go on, it changes you a little bit. Well, that trip changed me. It really did. Mostly because I had such an awesome time out there. And when I came back, I just had a very difficult time adjusting back to getting up, getting in office clothes, driving to the office, sitting in an office for 8 hours. I have a good job, great coworkers, really no complaints, except I just don't feel like that's how I want to spend the next decade of my life. More or less just the environment. I really had this itch to not work in an office anymore. So I had started looking around to see, is there some options out there? Is there something else for me? And then right about that time, a week and a half after I got back from that trip, caught COVID from a coworker. That didn't have to happen. I ducked COVID successfully for 2.5 years, and somebody was careless and infected a good number of us, probably 4 or 5 of us in the office with COVID. So right about the time I got back from my trip, I had to leave the office again and be gone and use up more leave just to sit home. Didn't really have very many symptoms, but sit home because I couldn't be in the office and burn up more leave. And to be honest, that kind of just did it for me. I hit the ground hard looking for something. That was the final, if I needed a sign that I need to find something else besides an office environment to work in, that was it. So, hit the pavement running, looking hard, and was able, after 4 rounds of interviews, to land a really, what I think is going to be a very great job. So I quit my job, and I'll be starting a new job here shortly. Work from home. So I will work from my home. A little bit of traveling involved, but not much. And Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good professional move. I'm very excited about it. And the potential that might be there for just a happier work environment, because the work environment will be, I don't know, my deck, my living room, my office upstairs. I think that's going to work pretty well. So right now I am in between those two positions. Yesterday was my last official day in the office at my old job. I am going to be doing some bridge work, kind of staying on, working a few hours here and there for them, just to kind of keep things moving and take care of things a little bit until they get the next person in my position. I don't imagine that'll be more than a couple weeks, hopefully maybe 4 weeks or so, before they get that filled and I'm able to fully hand the reins over. But I won't be going into the office during office hours like that, like a normal job anymore. So yesterday was my last day, came home, packed the truck, set out this morning, and I have a couple days in between one job and the other, and of course I'm going out camping. So that's the whole setup, that's the context of this trip. If you watched this all, this is part of my rambling, thanks. If not, we're just gonna jump right now. Probably, I don't know that I'll film a whole lot more unless I see something interesting until I get right down to near Dale's place. All right, let's see what we can get into. I think I'm about a mile away. It's pretty country. My cell phone service kind of comes and goes. I have 5G 1 minute, no service the next, but that's the way it goes in the mountains and the hills. Alright, I think this might be it. Maybe. Hi, Trudy girl. Like, I'll take that phone and eat it. Hi, baby. I sniff. Hi, Sarah. Hi, babies. Okay, why don't you?
Down for a belly rub?
Hi, guy. He's got no use for me.
A little tiny fire kit.
Yeah.
Fits in my old carry thing.
It's in Altoids.
Yeah. There's some fat wood.
Fat wood.
A couple pieces of it. There is a wick that you can char to get a fire started. A little piece of an old bird nest for starting tinder. A snare wire in there. A thick lighter. There is cotton. It has to be 100% cotton to make char cloth. And it's protecting a little tiny magnifying glass to start a fire. And we have a ferrocerium rod and char cloth. So it's everything we need to start a fire in about three different
configurations or forms. Yeah. All right. So what am I doing to start a fire tonight?
I think you're going to need a ferrocerium rod to start a fire.
All right.
This rod is very small. There we go.
And you're doing that into fat wood shavings, right?
That's just fat wood. And then we can take that. This is an old bird's nest. You can take that and transfer your fire, and you're good to go.
Nice.
There you go. One spark and a bird's nest.
And that was using char cloth.
Yep. Just a single piece of char cloth. put it out and save it, so that you can practice and actually do it.
Good morning. So after that long drive yesterday, and then hanging out and talking into the evening hours, and Dale gave me some good advice and helped me work on my fire building skills, and I tell you, I was just kind of beat. So by the time I called it at night, I just climbed in, rinsed myself off a little, like just with water, and then just a towel, just like a little hand towel kind of thing, just rinsed off because I felt kind of grody. It was so hot and humid, but and just doing that little thing, it just made you feel refreshed, and then I climbed in here and I had a great night's sleep last night. My goodness, I just went out. So feeling good this morning, feeling very, very relaxed, refreshed. All right, let's go see what this day looks like. All right, so I didn't eat dinner last night, so I'm actually having for breakfast what I was gonna kind of throw together for dinner last night. Um, but what we have is some cold noodles. This is some buckwheat cold noodles already made up. Some vegetables cut up. Some crushed up peanuts. Some cilantro. And this sauce, which is like peanut butter, soy sauce, maple syrup, sesame oil, lime juice. I think that's what's in here. It's basically like a noodly, peanutty thing.
No, I haven't made this before, but kind of excited about it. I looked for a recipe that was cold, that I didn't have to cook, and that I could prepare beforehand, and this is what I came up with, so we'll see. So, my my like 20-year-old Coleman cooler did not do so great for me when I tried it out. So I went ahead and bought this Walmart special. This is Walmart brand Ozark Trail. It's about the same size and it fits in about the same space, but it's much newer technology, and I think it's going to work a lot better. It kind of like decompresses, fits a good amount of stuff, and my water bottles are still completely, well, not completely, but fairly frozen. So I'm going to see if I can load this up one-handed. I'm probably going to need both hands to load this up. Yeah, but there it is. I got all my stuff back in there. Close it up. Lock it down. And that's my new cooler. I think I'm going to be pretty happy with. So let me show you this campsite. Dale's got basically 2 campsites set up. Now you'll hear some road noise, but as you'll see, the road is up there. You're completely secluded. So down in this little kind of area that's flattened out down by the creek, he's got kind and has some firewood already set up. This was the fireplace, but I parked right there, so he kindly moved the fireplace because that's where I ended up leaving the truck. And he brought me down a pallet, so I have a little step down place and a place where I can pour some water over me and not get it all muddy. But he's even got a hammock over here, all set up with a tarp over top of it for a nice nap. A nice nap in there. I want to show you a pretty cool thing Dale's done here. So this is just a little lean-to or a teepee type tent he's got. I wasn't sure what was going on with this, and he showed me, and I'm going to show you, because it's pretty neat. Alright, it's a little muddy in here because it did rain out here not long ago. But, you know, we always wonder, how do we handle the bathroom situation when we're camping? And this is the scenario that Dave's got. I was a little skeptical of this, but man, after using it a couple times, I'm a believer. So, this is your where you go to the bathroom in. So you just set this on top of there. He's got it so it's very stable. You feel very secure. And then over here, he's got your toilet paper and a scoop. So after you do your business, this is sawdust. You just scoop a big thing of sawdust in there, put it on top, then you're good to go. Seal everything back up. And of course there's a bag here, nice tightly tied bag. So when that gets full, or when you're ready to take care of it, you just pull the bag out, tie it up, and there you go. It's a very good system. I really like this. I felt like I was in luxury last night. Let's take a look back down at the creek. Oh, wrong way. So Dale also has he has 2 main campsite areas that he's kind of gotten set up, and at the upper one, he's actually got a big water barrel too that you can tap out water from. How about that? Look at this. He found this. Dale found this old swing out west. Probably 100-year-old. Look at that. But it's still solid. Look at that hardware. Isn't that cool? And then coming down from there, it's the creek. It's pretty low right now, according to Dale. I mean, you can see how high it might usually get sometimes. Right now, it's just a quiet little trickle. Hi, baby.
Had a nice morning this morning. Sipping coffee. Had a really good breakfast. I think that sauce that I was talking about, it also has like a chili oil in it. So had a good little bit of heat. That made me happy. Now I am off to Chimney Rock State Park in North Carolina. I've looked online at this a little bit. Looks pretty cool. It looks like we're going to see some great stuff. And maybe hike a couple trails and see what we can see. So let's go explore Chimney Rock State Park. So had a good time with Dale and Joanne this morning, looking at the birds and meeting some more of the dogs and cats and the turkeys and baking the pig. And now we are arriving at Chimney Rock State Park, which is only like 20 minutes from their place. So pretty cool. Not sure what's going on here. All right. So there's supposed to be some cool trails in here, and a real nice high overlook to hike to. So I'm looking forward to this. Sure is beautiful drive in. So $17 to get into this park. A little steep. The North Carolina State Parks. I don't know if that's standard or if because this area is pretty touristy and stuff, if it's extra high here. So this area this park is right outside or right in the same area of Lake Lure, North Carolina, which is where they filmed the movie Dirty Dancing. Just a little piece of trivia. But yeah, I was a little surprised. $17 for a state park. I don't think I've ever paid that much to get into a state park. I don't know. Anyway, well, it's done. We're gonna see what we can see.
Starting to get ready to climb. This is called the Ultimate Stairmaster, I think its nickname is. Can't even see the top, but you can see some idea of where we're headed.
We are on our way up.
So we've made a little bit of progress, taking a little bit of break, but just to show you some sense of where we are and what's going on. See, there's the truck, right there, by that, where those leaves are coming out. And then this is where we are now. Hiking up those stairs, I finally reached the top of Chimney Rock itself. The views were absolutely amazing, but it was also fairly crowded, so I didn't get to enjoy it the same way that I sometimes get to enjoy overlooks like this. As I turned around, I saw upward to the next part of the trail, which I'll pick up with at the beginning of the next video in this series.